lot of perfectionism, a lot of pushing, a lot of stripping your humanity just to become like the prototypical engineer, doctor. And so you start doing these things, right? And they fight you on it, Spence, the men. They fight you on it. No, this. I'm like, dude, you've been doing that shit though. And like, you're not happy. And then all of a sudden, multiple clients over the last 10 years, they'll like make some friends randomly. And like, all of a sudden they don't want to die. It's like, yes. I remember a couple of the stories were wild. Like it felt like drunken stories from like me in high school where they were like running around this or that, or like somehow like some homeless dude was chasing this one kid. I was like, that sounds like a great fucking story. He's like, no, it was terrible. Like I thought he was going to murder us. And I was like, sounds like a great fucking memory, my guy. It sounds like a great, you're going to talk about this shit when you're old with dementia.
That's great. Yeah.
That's a great story.
Don't go downtown anymore.
Don't go downtown. You too pretty, boy. They ain't gonna get you. I'm sorry. And so the friendship, man, is big. So I wonder what was going on though. Let's pivot to like some of these famous folks. So we got the sports science guy, right? That just took his own life. And that was like 53 years old, 50, maybe 59, it said. Like I grew up watching him, smart as shit, fun, charismatic, great show. Like that's part of my childhood, watching this guy break down the sports of what your body does, or like if you get tackled by Ray Lewis, like what it could do to your ribs. I remember that episode.
Break them.
Dude, literally he showed the skeleton just like implode. And I was like, yep. Yeah. And that's why I'm scared of black people. Or Ray Lewis. Jesus Christ.
Flint, Michigan.
Can we bring segregation back to football? I ain't getting hit by this motherfucker. Hell no. Fuck this shit. It's all sarcasm, people. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Yep, I know. So that was wild hearing about that, right? That was kind of devastating for a lot of folks. The football athlete, we talked about some of these other musicians. My clients were talking about Juice WRLD, right? Didn't commit suicide, but, you know, maybe you did. Maybe you're so fucked up in the head, you got so many demons, and you're doing all the opiates in which they were doing and other meds, and you're just like, my guy, like you knew where this was going. You knew you was going to end up killing yourself. And he talked about it in his music, like, I'm gonna die from this shit. It was wild. What's up? Oh, okay. And then you got Mac, right? And Mac Miller. Everyone was sad as fuck when he like passed away. I wasn't even the biggest fan because I didn't listen to his music that much. And then you start listening to it and you're like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. It's usually, there you go. I mean, they usually say their pain on their music and then happens. There's one song, he's just like, I've been feeling, or I haven't been sober. Mac Miller, he was talking about not being sober. And you're like, so might be something.
You good?
Might be something going on here. And then Anderson .Paak, he would talk about how like in one of his songs he would talk about how he knew like something was up, but like at the same time he was also partying and doing stuff. So it's like, how can I be somebody to tell you to stop when I'm still doing it too, and stuff like that. So he was a sad one too. But yeah, man. But it was also, you know, his shit was like fucking laced with fentanyl. So
shit.
And the person who, like, I think the person who actually dosed it is in jail. I think. I think they just put him in jail. So, you know, yes, he was taking stuff, but he didn't do it knowingly. Like,
no. Also, they say that you know now, like all this shit is cut with fentanyl now, so that like everyone knows you taking a chance.
Well, to be fair, I think it was like right before like the fentanyl
was
like
really
thing
popping
like
off.
Really was it really started after
it's been crazy now,
or at least, you know, publicly they were talking about it a lot more. Where it was like a epidemic of fentanyl.
Yeah, it's crazy
overdoses. So
the reason why I bring this up is you got these famous folks, right? But it's us to everyone, just your day-to-day humans, men, is we usually use substances. So or maybe other folks, they got friends, community, right? Women, there's usually an ability to use their words to connect with other humans. Men, we exercise a little bit, fuck around with your boys, play some video games. Me and Spence was talking about it yesterday. Video game culture is toxic as fuck. I was literally been told to go kill myself multiple times for sucking in a match. I'm like, brother, no. Like, I'm reporting you for saying this shit. And then, of course, there's like the 50 million N-bombs and then a couple other things about Arabs. Or I heard this 2 Mexican dude and this black dude were going at it the other day. I'm like, both of y'all, I was literally like, y'all just need to hug it out, bro. Like,
nah, fuck that.
Y'all need to hug it out. You know y'all gay for each other, man. It's fine. Yeah, y'all both cute as hell. Yeah. And so I'm saying this because we be so toxic. And I'm like, why you gotta say you can't even fucking play video games without being called a bitch? So then you use the substances we see so often is alcohol and weed, alcohol and opiates. And I got so many clients that are hitting the weed, which is fine. I'm cool with it.
Right.
But they're not doing it for fun, Spence. They're doing it to completely numb everything out. And then they'll cut the weed out for a little bit while they're working with me. And they're like, I'm feeling too many emotions. And they're like, I need the weed. I'm like, you don't need it, bitch. I need the weed. Put it down, girl. It's a horrible addiction. But then again, if it makes my client feel better, then okay. But then also, how do we help people with the context of their life? Right. So that way the need isn't as necessary. But also those addiction pathways are a son of a bitch. And a lot of men is what I talk in my talks is you think it's a bitch move to express emotion or to cry. And like we talked about with Marquise, the mad dog, he was like, hey man, I cry. So I cried 2 days in a row. I was like, hell yeah. Because he made me cry twice in that talk. And Spence, the reason why men end up coming to me and will always request me for these talks is I normally cry in these talks. Because I'll touch on a certain subject to relate to men. Like, if you don't work on this shit now, you will die. And I'll talk about some sad stuff, either with my brother, my mom, trauma here, clients that I've lost, right? I'm like, this is real shit, people. And I'll look at these boys. And I said, I know you smoking, you drinking, doing your thing, you having fun, you fucking whatever walks. I get it. I get it. You playing your video games and numbing yourself out. I get it. But I need you all to pay attention to me. I need you to respect me in this moment. Why? Because there's probably 5 to 10 humans in this fucking room, and I'm going to change their lives. Also, maybe you're not depressed. Maybe life has been so good you've never been depressed, but there's a chance that you know people that are. There's a chance that if you listen to me, you could maybe save their life. And that usually gets all the men to pay attention. Because I'm like, I'm going to save some lives in here today. And they'll be like, man, this is awesome. Like, I've never heard anyone talk like this. Or like, yeah, because I'm showing you real humanity. And I'm privileged because I've talked about this in the past. I'm a big fucking boy. 6'2", was 360, 335 now. Proud of that. And so I'm still big, talk a lot of shit, got that little hood swag to me. And like I represent what a man could be. Instead of when they think of a therapist, they can think of some like little skinny white girl. Or they think of like a dude, but they may think, I'm sorry, lack of a better word, think them probably a gay dude. Because there's not a lot of like very masculine men.
Yeah.
And so they see that and they start to heal, man, because they see themselves and they see me talking shit and having fun. But then they're like, damn, this big motherfucker crying. Like, and you see the boys, Spence, and they just be welling up.
Mm-hmm.
I did a talk for this honor society thing for first generation college students. This is black, brown, a lot of folks. Man, I was in that motherfucker crying the whole time because I can't believe I get to do these talks. And so I was just emotional about, coming from like nothing and just being focused on what I need to do, put my head in the dirt. And then you get like this love from your father and friends and you feel like you don't deserve it, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I looked up a few times and I just seen all these grown ass professors, grown ass men sobbing, Spence. Motherfuckers was wubbing their eyes, wubbing their eyes. And it just was magnificent. And I remember the one lady was like, that was so good. I was like, girl, I blanked out. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what the fuck just happened.
What happened?
I told my dad the speech. He was like, all you did was call us poor. I was like, Jesus.
You right. You right.
You're right. He's like, you called me an addict. I was like, I didn't say that shit. But I just try to speak from the heart. So why do I do this? To heal other men, because we don't see it. Like Spence said, we just don't fucking see it.
Mm-hmm.
What we do see is machismo, masculinity, aggression, assertiveness. We see muscles. We see NFL players. But like, let's pay attention to some of these NFL players. We're seeing a lot of awesome fucking dudes talking about mental health.
Yeah.
Brandon Marshall, Julius Thomas is a therapist now. Michael Phelps, DeMar DeRozan, Kevin Love, right? We're seeing a lot of, and everyone knows I have a whole roster that you can look on our website, on our link tree, of almost every professional athlete that's going through it right now. We see a lot of these UFC fighters going through legit psychosis. My prayers with BJ Penn, magnificent UFC fighter champion. He's kind of losing his beans because that CTE's taking over.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you saw it, but he was like trying to beat up his wife and his mom, thinking that they were attacking him. It was super scary, dude.
Yeah,
yeah, it's intense. You see guys like Patty the Baddie, they call him, right?
Patty the Baddie.
Patty the Baddie. Like, just suffers from anxiety, depression, and also kind of binge eating disorder. He talked about it recently. So you're starting to see men be more vocal about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's hitting. And I don't think it's hitting hard enough. I don't think it's talked about enough. I see like women, me and Spence talked about, I'm going to kick it to you if you're comfortable with it.
Yeah.
We saw that chick, that Jay Swole and a bunch of other people, it was like, men's mental health is shit, and like I'm a poo-poo on it, this and that, and then everyone went at her, and then you told me she had to shut her Instagram down. I remember like people were giving her death threats and shit, and I was like, this okay. It went too far, the hate.
I don't know if she got death threats. I didn't say
that's
that.
What Jay Swole. No, that's what Jay Swole said. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. I was like, wait, what?
No, you didn't say that. Spencer's like, I DM'd him.
Yeah. Hey, you'll be all right. Just let me know.
So like, I feel like that's a lot of the thing is like, men suck, fuck your problems. I feel like that's the vibe on the internet, bro. Remember the whole man or bear conversation? I get that, men are like terrible, but who would you rather be with, man or bear?
Oh, I can't. You know what? That? I'm so fucking sick and tired of that fucking
conversation.
That stigma of like all men are bad.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. Check out the full episode on our channel and anywhere you find podcasts. Also, remember to like and subscribe. Whoop whoop.